GM Farcaster. It is a happy Friday, December 13th, my grandmother's birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma in heaven. She's not still with us, but you are here with Nownish Prop and Adrian for 29 minutes-ish of Farcaster News. Plus, today we have an interview with our friend Bill ZH on Warpcast, and he will be chatting with us about what he's building on Solana. So it's our Solana Friday. I think Vote for Pedro is also swinging by, I believe. So we'll get a little update on the Solana ecosystem and chat with Bill and see what he's building now. So this is
and
fun.
wait, it's
Girl,
Friday the 13th.
I just noticed something. You had your hair did, and it looks great.
Oh, why, thank you. Can you tell?
Yeah,
actually, because I slept on it and didn't do it this morning. But this is what happens when you spend money to get a haircut. It lasts overnight.
Yeah,
and it looks good in the morning. Today's Friday the 13th.
I still have a cough, so
I know when I see you mute and have a coughing attack on air, I'll just banter. Today is also someone else's birthday, and Taylor Swift.
Oh, of course. I don't think I connected those dots.
For the Swifties.
Amazing. So happy Swiftie holiday to all of you. I did not know that. That's amazing. Oh, I wish my grandmother was still here so she could know that she shares a birthday with Taylor Swift. I'm sure she would love that.
Right. Isn't there that Twitter account? Is it Ted Danson? Today is not Ted Danson's birthday. Is that, or it's someone? I forget who it is, but it's also not.
That's funny. Birthday. That's funny. It's not my birthday, and it's not Greg's birthday. But if it was, we would wish you a happy birthday, but it's not. All right, let's dive in. Yes, I do still have a cold, so bear with me. This from DWR. How do I get my frame listed in the Warpcast Explore section? 1, must be a V2 frame. 2, frame needs to open smoothly and quickly. 3, frame should not prompt to connect to wallet other than the F-Frames V2 WAGMI connector. Bad UX for users. 4, properly sized frame icon. 5, has valid and complete manifest. See link. Publicly casted by the creator. Feel free to DC the cast. So this is actually, if you've looked in the new Explore button, it's actually little icons now, and they're just the frame icons, and you can add the ones you want. There's a little directory, and you can add them basically like a shortcut. So right now, mine consists of 2. Any idea which 2?
I'm going to guess you've got Yoink.
Yep.
And
along those same lines, I have basketball. Basketball. I have the basketball game and the Yoink game. That's it. Those are my two favorites. So definitely check this out if you want to get your frame listed. And in related news, frame devs looking for your questions and feedback on notifications. So this is from Horsefacts. What are your questions about notifications? If you haven't added a manifest yet, why? If you're not using notifications yet, why? If you're catching up, see the docs here. So, and then he goes on to talk about adding a manifest and notifications down below. So if you're a dev working on frames, go get back with Horsefacts and tell him what you're thinking. This also from Warpcast, new Warpcast improved search tab. This is from DWR. Simplified single feed design, improved recommendations, autocomplete while you type. That's huge. So this is a new simplified design, better recommendations, autocomplete. So have you noticed anything different about the search?
I did notice the autocomplete, and it does seem a pinch faster, which search was kind of slow for me. I haven't checked if the recommendations or kind of the quality of the results have been improved, but
Most
search has consistently been something that they just kind of kicked out because it's hard to do search well. So early days, it was like not necessarily the biggest priority. And consistently when he has asked for feedback, people are politely saying like better search. We always had these like other tools that weren't built by Merkle.
right.
Famously Searchcaster by Greg back in the day, which was like the goatest of all like initial clients that I used to use or other tools. And of course, Buoy by Fista, as in P-Fista.
P-Fista.
Yep. And I'm happy to see it integrated, and hopefully it keeps getting better.
Yeah.
I still struggle with finding old casts. I mean,
yeah, I think it's hard to find casts. Like most of the time I'm using the search to find a channel or a user, and it works fine for that. But when you're looking for information, yeah, it's definitely not the greatest. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. But we'll see. We'll see over time if this improves. This from DWR, Frames tab and frame notifications are now live. New on Warpcast, revamped Frames tab. Access your favorite frames in 2 taps. Tap a frame to launch it. Tap Explore to access the growing list of V2 frames. You can add any V2 frame to your feed. Remove a frame with a long press. That's good to know because I think I've been having an issue where I've been adding it and then couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. So I've just been discarding the cast because I forgot about that part. I was looking for a little X. I'm looking for the little, you know what I mean? Like when you embed something and there's a little X, there's no little X. So that would be helpful rather than the long press. Replaces the old Explore tab, live on mobile, no immediate plans for web. So I think I had already mentioned that. That's where I have like my little ball game and the young game are in there. And then also frames can now send notifications. When you add a frame, it will have the ability to send you in-app notifications on Warpcast. Turn off notifications or remove a frame by long pressing the frame icon on the Frames tab. Only frames you explicitly add to Warpcast can send you notifications. Simply using the frame does not. So, for example, Yoink has a notification when somebody has yoinked the flag from you. So if you're playing, that is a useful notification if that's something you enjoy. And we'll talk about Yoink quite a bit in just a moment. Moving on, this from Pugson. People making Frames V2, aka mini apps inside Warpcast, have it so good. They don't have to worry about App Store review process, system permissions, integrating payments, last-minute bug fixes stuck in review. And they get the free network effect and push notifications out of the box. I think this is a great point that a lot of builders, especially if you're not I think if you're not building an app, you may not realize those benefits and how much friction there is and how many challenges there are to putting an app in the App Store.
Yeah. And some of these, like the permissions, integrating payments, that's just because you're being built on Farcaster where everything's open anyway, as opposed to if you're building on Apple, which is a closed system. You just kind of have access to all of that additional information. Things like review process. I would just caveat it's probably much faster now because we're small and it's easier to get in. There still is, I guess you can build a frame, but I guess to get it listed, there's a review process.
Yeah. But it's a little different than getting it reviewed by Apple, which is a much more extensive process. I think that's what he means. This from Davis Shaver. I made a WordPress plugin that connects your WordPress site to Farcaster and enables it for Frames V2. So very cool. So if you're using WordPress and want to add this plugin, very cool thing. This from Jesse Pollock's end of year AMA, and it was streamed live on Stream, which we really need to integrate. We know this. We will get it done. It will probably happen next week. But this is very cool. You could just open the frame. It's offline now, but you could open the frame and you would see him chatting right there. So very cool. I think we can also add videos here. I just haven't it's just like one more thing, so we just haven't had time to really dive in, but I think this is very cool. You can also launch a token on the stream directly within Stream now, and that's a really cool feature. Reminds me of something. There was this platform. I don't know. I remember it from somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's on Solana now. But there used to be something like that. But they never got to the point of putting it in a frame. Oops, wait, that's supposed to be second. I like what's going on here. This place is very agent friendly. LFG. This was from Shaw Makes Magic, which everyone was celebrating their arrival. To celebrate the arrival of Shaw Makes Magic, the AI16Z base wallet now has 1% of the 100 billion Harmony Bot token supply, and the Clanker token launched by the first Eliza agent on FC. Agents are coming. Clank, clank. So there's like a whole thing here. Anything to I don't know Shaw Makes Magic, and I don't know Eliza, and I'm not sure what's going on here. So if you can fill me in, that would be
Yeah, I'll
great.
just give you the very quick TLDR. Shaw Makes Magic just joined Farcaster yesterday, so it's okay that you don't know who they are.
Okay, great.
They're the creator of the Eliza framework. Also okay if you don't know what the Eliza framework
I do
is.
not.
Do you remember the Eliza token from the AI16Z
Yes.
account that we've had opinions about?
Yes.
So that was, I think, lowercase e, the capital case, or all caps Eliza. Anyway, it is an open source framework for building AI agents.
Got
So
it.
if you are a
Okay.
dev and you want to build an AI agent, you're going to use this library. It has like connections automatically to all the different socials. So it's not Farcaster native. It is, if you want to, for Twitter bots. Let me see if I can remember who it was. Someone, and if you give me enough time, I will come up with a name, but maybe not when I'm being forced to think about it. Someone in Farcaster created a PR request and added ability to also post to Farcaster recently. So now Eliza has like native functionality to also post to Farcaster.
Got it.
So on Twitter, the creator, Shaw Makes Magic, was asking, hey, something about Farcaster bots and wanting people in Farcaster to use Eliza more. Then everyone's like, hey, what's this dude's Farcaster username? And he didn't have one. No, it was like, oh, we want to follow you on Farcaster, because he was like pushing Farcaster.
Yeah.
He was promoting Farcaster on Twitter, but he wasn't even on Farcaster. So
That's
everybody asked him his name. He didn't have it. He showed up yesterday with a nice little GM. The world celebrated. And that is, here we are now.
Thank you. Okay. I needed to catch up on this because I have been heads down somewhere else, which we'll talk about in just a second. Before we get Bill, we see you there. We'll bring you up in like 5 minutes. Okay. Thank you for that primer, because I didn't know what was going on and why everybody was celebrating this, and that makes a lot of sense. So thank you. All right. And speaking of agents, this from Dish, and Dish will be with us on Monday for Monday's show. Very excited to chat with him. If there's been a clanker you'd like removed because it is using your account for public publicity or hateful remarks, please tag me and I will have it removed from the website. Awful to see these bad actors prying on prominent people in our community, working on a policy to outline guidelines and advanced moderation. So this is coming soon, and this actually was related to this as well. We talked about Samantha's situation yesterday, and then there was this with Bounty Caster. Somebody actually created another Linda, pretty messed up, but this is from Linda. Pretty messed up, but inevitable that someone created an impersonator account of mine and asked Clanker to deploy a fake token for Bounty Caster with its name and logo. So sorry to see this. That sucks. We also saw one for Phil yesterday. But this was also some good advice from Linda. The trick to working in crypto a really long time is not letting someone else's shitty behavior ruin your day. So keep that in mind. Good
life advice.
Good life advice, for sure. A couple other things that I want to mention really quickly before we bring Bill up. I just loved your new starter pack, Sarcasters. So if you're looking for the sarcastic people on Warpcast, follow the Sarcasters, but also just understand that they might be being sarcastic. So don't take everything they say literally. So there you go. Also, multiple people on this particular pack said you're missing links.
I know, I can't believe I forgot links. Like, literally, the most sarcastic person who's in my face all day long,
I know.
Monday, Wednesday,
know.
and Friday
I
from
know.
8:30
It was
AM.
really funny. I was like, that was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, links isn't on here? What's going on?
But he's in my defense, he's not as sarcastic, I think, on the feed.
True. You
Like,
are right in your point.
his
Yes.
casts are not so sarcastic. Like, Chase, who did I put? I said I literally wanted to make it just for Leeward Bound
And
and
Chase
Chase
Summers.
Summer because everything they say is sarcastic, but in a kind of funny way. They make me
Yeah.
laugh. And then Lynx is just fun. Like, he's very sarcastic.
It's more in our chat than
on
it
GM
is.
Farcaster.
Yeah. This from Entropy Bender. Today, oh my God, I'm not sarcastic, people. Today, we're launching Operator. Earn points for interacting with AI agents on your feed. Here's how it works. Find a post or reply by an agent on Farcaster. Reply to that agent and tag Operator in the post. Explain the context behind the agent's post to earn points. More details below. This is really interesting. Really interesting approach to like it, and it's not necessarily agents he's created. So very cool to be adding this little bonus here. This from Garrett. Based Miss is here. Ask Based Santa for a present. So this is Based Evo is doing a Based Miss. So Based Santa delivers presents between 7 and 11 Eastern daily. Your FC connected wallet needs 1 million plus based to receive a present. One present limit during Basemas. If you fill out our Basemas list D form, then you may be eligible for a second present after December 19th, and more surprises coming. So ho ho ho, Base Santa is delivering presents. So check that out. Hold on one sec. Dying a small death here. It's okay. All right. And lastly, I have to just, we got to talk about this really quick. Cast out today at noon. I'll dive in a lot more detail as to what's been happening with this. But the Yoink game is on. I deeply regret that this wasn't the first game, even more so now after watching how hard these teams are going. It was tied at one point just a couple hours ago because Foamies moved up and tied with FCOF. Crypto when Moon has not slept. I think he's sleeping in 9-minute increments. It's unreal how hard they're going on this. Like, I'm feeling bad. So I actually changed the challenge for today and canceled it because
Oh, you're giving them the weekend off?
I can't. Like, there's no, because it was supposed to be a live challenge, like right after the show today. And there's no way. Like, they need to go sleep. I feel bad. Like, the mom and me kicked in, and I was like, oh my God, I feel awful that these people have not slept all night. So we're canceling the challenge for today, but we're going to do the show. We're going to break it all down. We're going to do the vote, and then we're going to take the weekend off. And maybe they'll make some confessionals over the weekend. But this was a Herculean effort, and also some really funny comments. So Alina Ferry, horsebacks, we need to talk. And Roman Sis saying, this beautiful thing is also calling for you right now. You'd help it a lot. It's just a gif of various beds trying to get them to go to sleep so they could catch up. And then Crypto and Moon Yoink Sleep Repeat. Again, like the Foamies coming at FCOF trying to get them to go to sleep so they could take over. And it worked. So, but this was the 2 a.m. Eastern yoinking. They were still yoinking like crazy. Never stop yoinking. So, and then this from Roman Sis. Why most people aren't sleeping with various reasons. Why Foamies are sleeping 2 to 5 hours. It's just the flag. So I once again shocked at the level of commitment. Didn't see, especially the certain people who are actually the ones who are digging in. Like I didn't, they were kind of flying below the radar. and like this was their game apparently. So they came to play, and it's been hilarious. So,
and the game's not over.
No, it's not over. It's over at 11. There's a couple more hours left, and they are still going at it. And so super impressed, but I'm giving you guys a break. You need to sleep. I feel bad. That's Navy SEAL style sleeping. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Links, by the way, I meant to message you this morning. If you're available at noon and want to join me on Cast Out, I would love to have you. I'll message you after this. All right. Because Adrian will not be there. And originally I was going to do something else, and we're not doing that. So I just need to do a quick show. All right, let's bring up Bill Z, who's been waiting in the wings. GM Bill.
Hey, GM,
Hey, Bill.
great to see you guys. Can you hear me?
Great to see you too. Yeah, we can hear you great. I haven't seen you in forever. How have you been?
Good. Yeah, I feel like we haven't got a chance to talk in since probably FarCon, right? Which was seems like forever ago. So it's nice
it's about
to see both of you.
700 years ago. I mean, 7 months ago. Same thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It's great to see you.
Absolutely.
Adrian, I'm going to let you take over for a second.
Yeah, Bill, I don't know if your ears have been ringing, but we were talking about you recently on our show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that the Solana with the Solana Foundation people?
Unfortunately not. Actually, yes. Of course, we talked about you with the Solana Foundation people. But Prof and I did a Farcaster 101 series. It's like 12 modules to introduce new people to Farcaster. And we're going through just like, not just, some of the tech stuff, but a lot of it is just like, how do you understand this platform? And one of our modules was about meme coins on Farcaster.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I have no recollection of any of that. Sorry.
So I'm sorry if you wanted people to forget, but we will not let you, because
did you see the cover?
It's on Ethereum.
I don't know. Did you see the cover of this?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, initially I didn't really understand what it meant, but I realized, probably, it's going to be related to the meme coin. But no, my memory is very limited. Sorry.
Short memories. Well, we're excited. You're a Farcaster OG. We met at FarCon in Boston, the beta. You were very active in Purple, very active early days, and I know you are building something new, and we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the past maybe 4 or 5 months, we've been working on a SocialFi product on Solana, and it's called Tribe.run. The idea is pretty simple. It enables the user to bet on a creator by purchasing their creator token. And once you have enough creator tokens, you can join a private group chat with the creator. And then you can do a bunch of things, in the chat. And we have a lot of, other things going on outside of the chat. But the core idea is to enable anyone to bet on creators. And then if you want to have a exclusive group chat, to have exclusive access to the creator. So we've been beta testing this product for the past 2.5 months. It's still in private beta. You can't really, sign up directly, but we've got 1,300 people helping us, test our product, iterate, and we are planning to go public with this product, and probably in the next couple of months. Obviously we need to polish the product to make sure that our smart contract works, right? Unlike some other random meme coin that happened a year ago. We're very happy that, yes, I mean, exactly. Yeah, that's how you grow in crypto. But we're very happy to see that, that this product has already received some support from the Solana community. And then, of course, the smart contract itself lives on Solana. But, if it's a SocialFi product, it doesn't really matter which chain it is on. And today you can connect either Twitter or Farcaster. And in fact, we have a huge number of people that connects Farcaster either exclusively or alongside it with your Twitter profile. So anyway, we've been testing this product, iterating for the past 2 to 3 months, and we're happy to see what we've got today. And most of the time I'm just coding. I'm actually in the middle of a major contract upgrade, and haven't got a lot of sleep recently. But yeah, I mean that's the intro.
Wow.
Nice. You're in the throes of development. It's good. It's good. That's good energy. So tribe.run has its own interface, right? So people go there. That's where the chats are. The token itself is on Solana, but that's just kind of fueling the access and kind of gated. But I can have my social account on Farcaster, it can be Twitter, or wherever. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
So why did you choose Solana?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this comes back to why we're building SocialFi. Honestly, my perspective on SocialFi has changed a lot in the past year. Initially, if you talked to me about SocialFi a year ago, I would say that I'm not interested in anything related to finance if I'm building a social product, which is why, as you guys know, that our previous product, Abura, which was a Farcaster client, it had very limited, I will probably even no financial components. But I think what my understanding of the social space has evolved in the past 5 months, mostly because of the fact that I've talked to a lot of people that use Frentech and other SocialFi products, and I realized that there is an important component in SocialFi space that I've missed, which is SocialFi allows you to bet on creators that are underrated, and you can get rewarded financially and socially by believing in somebody early, and specifically is in a form of tokens. So this whole financial aspect was ignored when we were building on Farcaster, when we were building Farcaster clients. But today we were trying to bring it back. And we think that Solana is the best place to do that because there's already a lot of sort of meme coin and SocialFi related activities happening. Pump.fun is a great example. It's not in itself a SocialFi product, but you guys probably know that it had live streaming. It's on pause, but it had a lot of live streaming activities. And then people can comment on the token section. So there's also social activities. And obviously it has attracted a lot of liquidity to Solana from other platforms, right? So for us, it's less about sort of which chain that we want to build on, but just about where people are already doing SocialFi related activities. So we decided to make a huge pivot when we started building this product, because the last one, Abura, was on Farcaster, and also some of that was on Base. And the meme coin that we launched last year was on Ethereum mainnet, right? So it was less. Yeah, it was less about which chain, but again, it's about like where people are already doing activities today.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that, I mean, especially for what you're doing, I don't think I've seen something. Is there something similar already on Solana? I don't think there is.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, people have been building a lot of things, and obviously, I think if you go back long enough, you can find something like that. But I would say Solana today is mostly meme coin trading. It's because Solana has its roots in sort of in the trading community. It's very high performant, and people can trade at a much lower cost. So I think that the social part is a bit nascent, but we're seeing a lot of new apps coming up, and we're happy to be part of this cohort.
Amazing. Adrian, what else did you?
Bill. So you said you've kind of 1,300 users in your beta test. Where are you finding users?
Yeah, so it's mostly on Twitter.
Who's your early community? Twitter, like crypto Twitter.
Yeah. So we've obviously initially we wanted to go to market on Farcaster. But we never talk about this anywhere else. But the thing is, if you want to find people that actually are in the trenches, that are trading, either meme coins or they were on Frentech trading SocialFi tokens. Unfortunately, today these people are still on Twitter. I've actually reached out.
It's okay. We love Twitter. A lot of our friends are on Twitter. We say hi to our.
Hi, Symbio. Symbio's on Twitter.
Yeah, Cardno's on Twitter. What's up, guys?
Carno. Hey, Carno. It's GM Symbio and Twitter fam.
Yeah. So we found most of our initial user base on Twitter, and that was also a result of me reaching out to a lot of ex-Frentech users, just initially asking for the feedback, what they thought of the product, not our product, Frentech, and then based on our feedback, we could iterate. We can build something better. Right? Obviously, our product and Frentech are trying to solve the same problem, but using very different approaches. So I think most of the SocialFi sort of enthusiasts, they're not super active on Farcaster.
So that's my question for you: is what did you learn from the Frentech experience that you're bringing to your product?
Exactly. So fun fact, I remember the week that Frentech launched last year, and obviously we were on Farcaster at the time, and I think the prevailing sentiment at the time was that if you use Frentech, you're definitely a loser, and I definitely believe in that. So I didn't use Frentech until like much later, and then I think I was wrong. Because I've talked, so this is based on hundreds of user interviews that I've done with ex-Frentech people. First of all, there is a real problem to be solved, which is, as I mentioned, betting on creators early and getting rewarded financially and socially. And Frentech at least gave us a glimpse of what that future would look like. But what we also learned is what not to do. This is probably even more important. So I guess the most important thing that we shouldn't do is we should not build an extractive economic model. So this is what we're bringing our learnings to.
Frentech had the bonding curve. Is that what you mean?
So we also have a bonding. I think the bonding curve is fine. The problem is, number one, they have a very high trading fees. So if you trade $100, $10 goes to the fees, right? Half of that goes to creators, so the creator were happy. But the thing is, it's kind of it incentivizes short-term volatility over long-term sustainability, and a huge issue was that that comes with that is the creators have very limited incentive in the long term to keep posting because the volatility happens at the start. Once you post on Twitter and people join, but after that there's no incentive for people to stay engaged. So they basically designed a new economic model so that creators would stay incentivized because there is a subscription model built in, and subscription itself is nothing new. I mean, Patreon and many other apps have that, but how can you bring that natively to the bonding curve model? That this is where we sort of did a bit of innovation. So we said that if you want to trade the tokens, you can just trade. You don't have to pay monthly subscription fees at all. But if you want to have the social features, then first of all, you need to have enough tokens, and then you can join the chat. But every day you got to pay certain fees. Every day it gets deducted from your account. If you don't have enough tokens after the deduction, you will get kicked out of the chat. So that is a way to keep the creators and the fans engaged. And we recently introduced something that would allow the creators to turn off the fees temporarily to boost engagement if they want to. and at the same time, they can do a zk compression airdrop, which is a slang terminology, but basically an airdrop at a very low cost to its members. And if let's say the creator has their own token, or they have bought tokens on Pump.fun or other platforms, or they could just they just want to give back some of the tokens that they received from the fans, they can use this airdrop feature to
cool.
distribute the tokens to the fans. And you can choose if you want to distribute it to the chat, i.e. people that really want to talk to you, or you can distribute it to the entire fan base, but with a specific bonus to the people in your chat, right? So anyway, I think going back to the question of like what we learned from Friendtag is.
Let me just stop you right there though, because that's really interesting, and that to me, I think, is something different, because you can bring these other tokens in, which means you can use that as a marketing tool to market like another token, another project, whatever. And I think that's interesting. That's definitely a different feature I haven't heard of before.
So this is the direction that we want to go. So it's not just for the creators to do the airdrop. It could be anyone that wants to collaborate with the creator. Let's say I want to collaborate with GM Farcaster, and you guys have a tribe, and I have a token, and then I'll just bring this token to you, and I will do the airdrop to your fans, but I will give a bonus to the creator. And I'll also give a bonus to people in the chat that are highly engaged. And then if you want, you as the creator can help me, can give me a boost in the chat. And then people get a notification after I do the airdrop. And then sort of our incentives are then aligned. Right. If I'm a fan of yours, I have even more incentive to do the airdrop, because I already have your token. Well, I want to increase the value of my token, so I would airdrop the Farts V2 to all of you, right, for example. So that's so I think that's a good way to align incentives, and it's also a good way to help creators monetize, because today if you want to sort of sponsor sponsor content of a creator, you most likely you just have directly pay cash. I mean in crypto, but there's no other ways to do it more organically. And a lot of creators, they don't like that because they don't want to get paid to post. But if you do it through the airdrop itself is permissionless, right? But then you can choose which tokens, or I should say which projects that you like, and then you can promote it with your fans, more organically. So then this is some of the things that we're exploring. But the key idea is that we learn what not to do from Friendtag, but then we still have to innovate, do our own thing, and to create a different type of user experience.
I'm really thinking like somewhere down the road, if we think about everything's going to be tokenized, and I've heard this discussed by quite a few people, even like at a very high level. I can't remember his name I think it was from BlackRock, talking about that. If you think about this if you're a large brand or something, say you're Pepsi, and you have your own token, and that token can be redeemed for products or whatever. In some world where that whole supply chain works or something, there could be some really interesting brand deals done in that way as well, like down the road. So it's when I think about it like that, there's some interesting opportunities. I think we're thinking about it very narrowly in just airdrop of things like Pump.fun tokens or whatever, but I think there's a broader potential there once more of the world comes on chain. So interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good way to distribute tokens and to bring brand awareness, right, to the fan base of creator.
For sure. Adrian, what other questions do you have? Or Bill?
Just Bill, anything else that people should know?
Yeah.
Can they get, is there a way to get into the beta, or is it closed for now?
It is open. But they need to have an invite link. So I can share some invite links with you guys, or I can post it on my Farcaster.
Yeah,
but
post
either
it on
way,
Farcaster because you haven't
yeah,
casted in a while, Bill.
yeah, it's true.
So we need to get you back casting.
Yes, it's true. I think we are expanding our user base very soon. Now, this is alpha, and we haven't actually talked about it publicly, but we're going to have a sort of more permanent referral link for all of our creators. So if you invite, as a creator, if you invite someone else and then they join, you will get 150 tokens of this new creator for free, and then you also get a share of their trading fees, but they also get a discount when they trade tokens. And then this referral link will be permanent, and anyone that get this link, they can just click on it and then they can join. But again, if they join, you get 150 of their tokens for free. This sort of aligns your incentive. If their token goes to zero, well, you don't get anything. But if somehow you help them become more prominent in the community, their token value go up, you also benefit. So this is one way that we're going to open up access on it, and I'm literally in the middle of building this. And then it's coming in the next few weeks, definitely by the end of this month. So yeah, and then after that, we'll hopefully get more people to try to test the product, and then we'll open up the product to the public.
Great, that's fantastic.
Okay, and I have one more question, Bill, and it's something I haven't wrapped my head around, and I asked the really dumb question. So if this is a dumb question, forgive me, but I'm trying to understand. You said from a creator perspective, like you can be on Farcaster, you can be on Twitter, wherever. But if I sign up, like if I want to join as a creator, do I have to create content? Like the content that I'm creating with my tribe, is that on tribe.run? Or is it in a platform I'm already on? Okay, so I have my audience on Twitter, but now this is a new platform that I'm saying, come over here where you can bet on me. This is where we'll have our chats, where I'm going to create new content.
Yeah, so the reason is because if we put it on Farcaster, it's not private. We can put some of the public content on Farcaster, and we do plan to do that eventually.
So this is just where I'm having my kind of gated private content for my tribe, like in that model. Yeah. So I was like, you should build a V2 frame then.
Yeah. I'm only waiting for the Solana transaction support.
It'll get there.
Okay.
Because
I've been following,
and I don't know if it's possible on Twitter, but it's like, this is the whole like you got to convince people to leave somewhere they're already hanging out and go create somewhere else, which you will get people to do it. But I'm just imagining like how much easier that'd be if it pops up in a frame. And that's where I'm getting my private chat with my favorite creator, not have to leave. It doesn't matter doesn't matter what chain it's on. This is.
Yeah, and there's only one thing missing from this whole equation, which is we need to message Dan and ask him to put Solana support for frames, and then we'll have the whole thing.
Best way to do that is to cast.
Yes.
You got to come back to Farcaster and cast on Farcaster, and then maybe you can get him to do that. But yeah, we'll share what you're building, and I think that will incentivize them to do so, because I think they do want to get more of the Solana community active on Farcaster. So I think it's a great way to do it. For sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think one of the things he does check is like how many people even have a connected wallet. Like that was the ability. People don't even know you can connect a Solana wallet. Doesn't necessarily mean you can do that much with it, but you at least step one is people should. So if you have a Solana wallet, go to your settings, go to your connected wallets, attach it. So now you're at least indicating and giving information that you're either active in Solana or want to be. And I think, to Dan's point, it's like he's going to prioritize what people want and where there's activity.
Yeah.
So we did that.
This is my message to Dan, which is if you bring Solana transaction support, you're going to have a lot more activities, not just from Tribe, but from all the social related products on Solana. And I'm going
Chicken
to
or
test.
egg.
Yeah.
All right, so that's to Dan, which is here's an opportunity is start providing
Here's an
support.
opportunity. Here's an opportunity, Dan, for
And then the
additional
message
QDAO.
to everybody else, which is that it just, I would say go attach a wallet. And if you haven't, and we had Stoic and Vote for Pedro on last month. And I, after that was like the catalyst for me to like, oh, I should attach
Same.
a wallet. So I did. I have a Solana wallet now
Yeah, I
attached
just
to my
never did
Farcaster
it.
account.
Yeah.
And
Congrats.
So I
thank
finally
you.
did as well. Yeah.
I'm like a changed person, I should tell you.
Yeah, I connected the first day that feature came out. The first day that we could connect our Solana wallets, I did that. So I mean,
Yeah, so
by
someday.
the time we were not building on Solana.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it was a foreshadowing. Amazing. Adrian or Bill, anything else before we wrap the show?
I just wanted to say one last thing, which is congratulations to both of you for growing this show over the past year. And I still remember the first week that James Farcaster came out, and obviously a lot has changed, but this is so awesome.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
been a long road. We made it over a year and a half, almost a year and a half now. So
yeah,
crazy coming up. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. You've been a big part of that journey. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being here with us. Adrian, anything else from you before we wrap?
No, but happy Friday, everyone. And especially to our cast out tribes, you earned the weekend.
Yes.
Let's just say that. And
they're not done yet.
Yeah, Bill.
They still have a couple hours to go.
Go keep yoinking. Keep yoinking. It's not called yet. And yeah, Bill, it's so good to see you again. Thanks for coming on.
You too.
Great to hang out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And with that, everybody, we're going to call it. Thanks so much, Bill, for joining us today. And thank you all for being here. Happy Friday. I think he does. And we'll be back at noon for the Cast Out show to sort of wrap up today's challenge, the Yoink challenge, and find out the vote. And then Adrian and I will be back on Monday morning, and we'll have Dish from the Clanker team on, and maybe Proxy as well joining him. Maybe Clanker as well. I don't know if Clankers is dialing in.
I was out last night with a bunch of like traditional Wall Street traders.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was so funny. I was telling them about Clanker, and they had the best questions. And like we were just saying, like the best part of everything is the name.
Oh, by far. By far. Like the branding is like the branding is just perfection, I have to say. Like it really nailed it. And that's not
I love
easy
Larry,
to do,
but Larry
honestly.
Doesn't carry the table
not
conversation in the same way.
Not the same. But Larry is also fantastic as well.
We love Larry.
We love Larry as well. But I mean, Clanker is just that branding. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. All right. And we will see you Monday. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Happy Friday. And bye-bye.